Fueled by Deathcast.
Do you still compete in fitness?
No, so I'm still tracking my food. I'm still working out a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm in what's called like an off season.
Okay.
This is like it's like an infinite off season because I
Yeah.
don't know if it has an end.
Yeah,
but
that's like my jujitsu. I totally get it.
I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
But like I kind of just put on a little bit of weight, a little bit of fat, which women should have.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to be that lean for that long.
Yeah. It's
And-
unhealthy, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's not good for our hormones.
It's probably not good for performance if you
It's-
want to go to the gym and actually. Like,
it's just not sustainable.
yeah.
Yeah. And I know, I just took a new job
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the vice president of marketing and I want to kick ass at that
Yeah.
job. So I can't have that brain fog that comes with not eating any food.
Right.
So
And you get pizza all the time, so.
I know. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, but it's low carb pizza.
I gotta be.
you get it.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's-
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. What drew you to competing in the first place?
Let's see. So I started lifting weights when I was with a guy. It was just like kind of a bad relationship and I needed an outlet. I needed something to go do by myself. And I was going to the gym, but just like I would get on the treadmill. I was bored and I just didn't feel, I think I kind of wanted to feel like a badass.
Yeah.
And my dad, growing up, my dad had always told me that women should lift weights. And he was like, don't get on the treadmill, go into the weight room and you're not going to get big and bulky. You're just
There's so much stigma behind that too. It's
Yeah.
Just like, if I lift weights, I'm gonna get big. It's
Yeah,
like,
and my
hasn't
dad
worked for me
lifted.
yet.
Yeah. It hasn't really worked for me, but and so he would always tell me that women should lift, and then finally I kind of had to like do it on my own, first because I was stubborn. So I found a super beginner program on bodybuilding.com because I was just curious, and I started lifting in this tiny gym in San Francisco because there was no one there, so I felt like I didn't, I wasn't going to
Comfortable, yep,
embarrass myself.
yep.
And started lifting and I started getting really good results. I think just because it was like a shock to my body.
Yeah.
So after I think less than a year, I went to a competition just out of curiosity in San Francisco or in Sacramento, and I'm just kind of walking around and my now coach looked at me and she was like, "Do you compete?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "I think you could." I'm like, "Okay." So then a couple weeks later, I competed for the first time, and then it just like snowballs,
And now you've won competitions before.
Yeah,
right?
I won my first one,
Wow.
which was like weird. So apparently I was doing something right. But again, like that first cut, first couple years of lifting, like I made big changes to my body without really having to use any extremes. I just kind of tweaked my diet and started lifting weights and it worked. And so then you go to the national level. And when you go to nationals, the goal is to get your pro card. So if you win a national show, now you're a pro.
Okay.
And then now you compete in the IFBB, the International Federation of Bodybuilding, and you're going up against the pros. And then there's a chance to win a little bit of money, but this is not a job.
Yeah.
It's actually really expensive.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Why do it then?
That's kind of the question that I've been asking lately, and that's why I've been not doing it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you have to have a really strong why, and I've talked to other girls like, well, why are you going after your pro card, and why are you putting your body through this? And some have a really good reason, which is great.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to prove something to myself, or I had a baby and I want to, I need to get on the stage and show that I can do this. But I did it a couple times, and then my why kind of went away, and my priorities shifted to my career. Like, this is the time. Like, I don't have kids. This is the time for me to be building my career.
Yeah.
Do you still coach at all?
A couple girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple. So, and I'm really working under my coach, Jamie DeBernard. She's like figure Olympian. She was like on the big stage.
Oh, wow.
She is the expert. So I rely on her for a lot, for that guidance. And then I help a couple girls out.
That's cool.